Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5 and in fact welcome back to the Top Speed Run test track, because I did a video on this a little while ago because this was a map that I made that basically meant that you can go as far as possible within the bounds of GTA 5. And you guys seem to really enjoy the previous video, and a lot of you had left comments asking me to test out various different cars to try and get those super fast, seeing if it's possible to get like a 1,000-mile-an-hour plus tank, or classic tractor, or, I don't know, quad bike, all these different types of things. And so I thought in today's video we'll give a few of them a try and see if we can try and get some land speed records done for rusty tractors and tanks and other such vehicles. But before we do, there's going to be some comments on the screen. These are comments featured from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links for those in the description below. And also, for the time being, I've currently set the Discord to only work with a new link every single video. So if you're watching this within about 12 hours of this video going up, I will have a link in the description below. You can join the Discord. And after those 12 hours are finished, you'll have to wait to the next one. It's basically just to kind of calm down the Discord server, because there's a lot of people trying to get in, and it's a bit messy, and there's a lot of spam, and hopefully that will curtail that. We'll have to see how we go. Anyway, we want to be talking about this in today's video, so perhaps I should go back to the start if we're going to try and do a full top speed run of this thing. Actually, let's just for now try and test this thing out. So let's just go to vehicle options. Let's go to menus customs. Now I could just get an auto upgrade. It's actually going to make it... Oh, no, it does actually go past 80 miles an hour now. Oh, it's actually got a higher top gear. So it's able to go slightly faster. I'm going to stick this torque thing just to 2. I mean, we'll start off light and see how we go. HP onto 10. I mean, definitely I think this auto upgrade with the gearbox has made this acceleration just quite terrible, but it's given us a little bit more on the top end. I think I might have to change the max speed, just add a few zeros in there, but I don't think we're going to be getting anywhere near that. Right, I think we need to go more. Let's go for 100. Okay, that's a little faster. But it's still not going to be breaking... I mean, that's not even going to be breaking the normal speed records that could be set in a standard car in GTA 5. We want to try and get 1,000 miles an hour out of this thing. Or at least try. I don't know if we will or not. Let's keep going then. 10,000. Ooh. It's a bit slow. But, I mean, I made this comment last time. Oh, okay, don't steer. That's the key to this one. Good God, okay. Oh, whoa. Yep. Okay, let's just go back up. That's terrible. Yeah, in the previous video I had for this, a lot of you guys said that I was being silly for saying something was not fast enough because it was only doing 1,000 miles an hour. My expectations have been set quite high with all the testing. The handling of this might be the thing that stops us from getting that top speed run with this, I think. Because that is no good. But let's just give it a try. I'm going to knock the torque up to 10,000, so we have 10,000 on each. That's really not doing anything, is it? So I think that actually setting these high first of all might be a bad idea. So I'm going to put these back down. How does 100 fare? Still got some wheel spin happening, but it's a little bit more manageable than the other one. Maybe we'll go for a little bit less torque. Yeah. Lots of trial and error with this one. Okay, we have a little bit more stability now with this 10. The reason I'm going back is because we do have vehicle multipliers. And through this, we should be able to sort of get rid of some of that sort of traction issue that we have. See, now, as I put this number up, the speed slowly rises. We're up to 260 miles an hour in a rusty tractor. Don't forget. We might have to reset this map, I think, if I start cranking this up. There we go, 118. We're now into the 300s. Into the 400s. I think this might be possible to get 1,000 miles an hour out of this. How much have we got? So we've maxed out acceleration, which is also sort of top speed. It just seems to just be a general speed multiplier. It's sort of getting to around 500 miles an hour. That's pretty fair. Now, some of the comments that I had in the previous video told me to use Franklin. The reason being is that you can use the sort of slow down thing in order to build up the speed. And I think if we can't manage that normally in this, I think we might give that a try. But for now, the brakes, aren't too bad, considering how fast we were going in a tractor of all things. Okay, yep. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it seems weird to set that acceleration as we were driving. I wasn't anticipating that to be the launch speed of this tractor. That instantly gets to top speed. That thing's ridiculous. Right, so let's just go back. I don't know if... I think turning the traction up might just mean that if we start to sort of like skate out and just move the tractor slightly, it's going to... Actually, no. Maybe that gives us more stability. I was thinking maybe it was going to make us suddenly do like a hard turn at 500 miles an hour, but it's looking kind of stable. So maybe we can go to customs and just knock this out. 100 on the torque, 100 on the HP. Any of you that remember the previous video will remember that up in the torque too much definitely... Up in the torque too much definitely gives us some traction issues compared to the HP thing. So I might just go and knock that up to 10,000 and see how we go. No, I think the handling of this, as soon as we start changing this stuff, is going to get a bit bad. But we've got 500 miles an hour out of this. Oh, Christ. You have to get this dead straight. Otherwise, you are completely screwed with this thing. That's going to do and go. Oh, okay. Well, we've got 1,000 miles an hour. We did it. I was not expecting to do that right there. Okay, hang on. Should we just get back to the start and try and do like a full run? Okay, so I'm going to slowly build this speed up because up until now I've been using the keyboard, which is pretty much just on or off with these switches. I'm going to try and use the Xbox controller to sort of ease us in, just in the hopes that we can sort of build this speed up and won't have any issues with traction. But I have a feeling, considering we've got this wheel spin now at this speed, I think the idea is probably just go for it. And here we go. That's 1,000 miles an hour, and we got to about 1,200 before it just started to skirt off. Do you know what? I would say that's mission success. We got over 1,000 miles an hour in the rusty tractor. Let's move on to the next thing, then. Okay, so here we are with just one of the many types of golf cart that we get in this game. So this is more of like a... I think this is the thing that you move all the money and the drugs around with on one of the things you get for GT Online. There are some other types. Maybe we can go for a bit more of a standard golf caddy style one, perhaps. So, in fact, let's just go for that. Let's go for the nice, shiny one that you would get at the golf club. Now, we've already got the multipliers. So, we've already got 200 times multiplier. So, let's see how we go with just that. Oh, my God. Okay, 333 miles an hour, which I think might just be the max because we haven't really changed any of the stuff in customs. That speed is actually set to 78, so let's just stick a bunch of numbers in there. Can we get more than 333? Okay. Just by changing that, we're up to around 570. Around 570. And again, haven't changed any of these multipliers, so we can change the HP multiplier to 2. And we should get a pretty sizable change. It's actually less. That's interesting. Okay, right. Try 10. Is it me or is this... This is getting slower. The more I add the H... Really? Hang on. This is weird. So I've changed that back to 1. I think that might just be something to do with the way that we accelerated. I don't think that's anything to do with the multiplier. So let's try this again from sort of stop. Let's go for 1,000 on the HP. Okay, actually that's too much. you just slide off. This thing is like driving on ice. There is no grip whatsoever. And that's with traction on 100 as well. Right, yeah, okay. The second I put any throttle onto that at 1,000, just makes it fly off. No chance. Maybe get some torque up to 5. It's hard to say. Although we've got it a bit more stable. 600, 700, 800. Ooh, around 800. Maybe we can just... I think if we change this to 50, it might be too much. Although... No, okay. No, it started to veer off. Let's just fly to the end here. And can I just say, look how slow this is. This is with air brake on very fast. Look how long it takes to travel along this. And then just think of how quick you get here when the cars pick up speed. You really are traveling at an obscene speed when you start getting to like in the many, many hundreds of miles an hour. Oh my god, yeah, that's just a bit too much power. And I didn't actually use any of the auto upgrades or anything, so I might do that just to see if we get a little bit more grip. But I think I'm going to change this down to something like 20, and we'll keep the HP at 100. I tell you what, we have got... if I sort of like let off the throttle for a little bit so I can sort of stop it from shaking and veering off. Maybe I could try and balance this speed, but I'm getting into the 700s. 800... 820, I think that might be as much as we can get out of this. That's a really tough ask because this thing is just really, really unstable. Okay, so now I am playing as Franklin because I want to try out this to build up the speed. See now, okay, now that is how we're going to get big numbers. Because instantly, we are almost at 1,000 miles an hour. Although as soon as you let off, we lose all of that speed, but we get all of the grip. Oh, there we go. 1,000 miles an hour in the golf cart, and we didn't even have the full track, which means I'm going to use my brakes. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, actually, we might make it before the end of the run. Wow. Okay, this is where I think from now on, these tests are going to have to change. We're going to have to try this with Franklin. I like the raw speed that we can get just using Michael, but using Franklin's special abilities, we can get these numbers pretty insane. This thing also goes on for ages. Where's the end? Okay, here we are finally at the end. I forget how long this is. And we still fell off anyway. Right, so actually if Franklin gives us all of the grip, let me just do this. 99999 on that, and then 9999999 on this, and just for the sake of it, 999999999 on that. Right, now, I've got unlimited special. I'm using all mods for this thing. But let's see how big of a number we can get out of this golf cart. 900, 1,000, 1,100, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. I can feel this thing is really starting to drift. Oh, there we go. No, we've actually lost the rear wheels. They disappeared at some point. We got to almost 2,000 miles an hour with this thing before it just started to snake. It is so impossible to handle this thing. That's even with Franklin's special ability. That's pretty good going though. Right. I think we spent enough time on the golf cart. I think we've sort of understood our capabilities there. What on earth is happening with... Okay, I'm actually Franklin Michael. I've just realised I'm Franklin Michael here. It's either that I've got some weird stuff... No, actually, it's not Michael in there. I've just got several costumes on. I don't fully understand that. Yeah, for some reason, I've got the scuba gear on because I've got, like, webbed feet and all sorts of stuff. I don't know what's happening with that. I will say, though, that when you put this multiplier up to 200, this thing is a blast to drive on the road because it just shoots off in every direction and just explodes absolutely everything. This is insane. Okay, every time I spawn as Franklin, I seem to get this very weird uniform thing, so we're just going to have to ignore that. Yeah, this is odd. Okay, so we've played around with a couple of light vehicles. Now it's time to get heavy. So let's just go back up there and give it a try. Okay, so again, I've already got menus mod working with the standard sort of like 200 times acceleration, and this is what we get. Okay, this thing just bounces around and goes absolutely nuts. Okay. I don't think this is going to work at all. With the way that the tracks work and everything else, this thing is so unstable. However, we are driving as Franklin, and actually, this doesn't help at all. I'm actually faster without it. It's just so bad for grip because it's constantly slamming into the ground. Let's see. If I go to menus customs, I can go to auto upgrades, whatever that does. I'm just going to stick a bunch of 9s in all of this, and let's just see what happens. And then I'm just going to go as Franklin and start and see what happens. Okay, well, with Franklin, it seems we can easily get 1,000 miles an hour out of this because I can see that happening straight away. There we go, 1,000 miles an hour, no fuss. But I think without Franklin's abilities, we would be so stuck right now. 2,000 miles an hour. This is actually the fastest we've been. This might actually be oddly stable, I think, just because it's constantly digging down. Oh my god, this thing, 3,000 miles an hour. I think we can get 4,000. I don't know what the top speed was that we got on the previous video, but this might be beating it. 4,500, 4,700, 800, 900. Oh, we hit that as we hit 5,000 miles an hour. Oh my God. That hit 5,000 miles an hour like for a split second right as we hit the ramp. And by the way, that was another criticism about the ramp. People saying I shouldn't have left it in because it doesn't work. I kind of just use it as a wall. I mean, it looks funny as a ramp, but of course it is just a wall. It doesn't really do anything. It works slowly. Just at speed, it just turns into a wall. But never mind. Maybe I'll do another version of this map at some point. And look at that. Now, let's drive without Franklin's special abilities. I think 1,000 might be possible. Okay, 1,000's possible, but only just. Because this thing just bounces and glitches and goes mad. Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty interesting flying through the sky without all the wheels for the tracks floating and looking weird. But we have just hit 5,000 miles an hour with a tank. Who'd have thought it? Right, let's try something else. Right, so I've decided to spawn in with a bike. And my prediction is it's just going to veer off in one direction and just fly off the edge. Let's see. Yeah. That vehicle is not built for doing anything more than about 10 miles an hour. That is insane. But I do wonder if using menus customs, auto upgrade, and then just... I'm going to try the Franklin glitch. Well, it's not even a glitch, is it? It's just the Franklin ability thing on this. Crank everything up just because I'm curious to see what is possible with Franklin's special abilities. Right. Oh, actually, you can't use it on the bike. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, using all of that, before we fall off the edge, we do manage to get, like, over 100 miles an hour. I mean, if I do this quite slowly, I'm just going to... Okay, no. It gets about 200, and then any sort of throttle on that, it just flies off. Okay, last time, I'm going to use gradual throttle. Oh, I don't think... No, this is not going to work at all. I might be able to get a bit more speed if I just turn this down, though, because I do have everything on absolute maximum. So I'm going to set that to... Woof, that's a lot of zeros added in there. I'm going to... I have a feeling I've just crashed it, haven't I? Yeah. Okay, I got us back in. And turns out I can actually... What I was doing before was I was using the right trigger for the bike, but really you're supposed to be using A to pedal a bike, because actually I can pedal right now to 93 miles an hour without any problems. But if I was to use the right trigger, it does this, goes crazy, bugs out, and actually... Whoa! It's staying stable! Oh my God. Okay, well, I've just managed 600 miles an hour on a bike. How about that? I just changed it to the fixed seat instead of the BMX because I thought maybe this would be a little bit more stable at speed. Right, I'm actually just going to go and turn all this up, I think. I'm just going to add a few zeros to these and hope that I don't break anything and see what happens. So, stock doing that, I can actually write... Oh! Turns out, land speed record on the bike is possible. I was pressing the wrong button. And we can get this actually surprisingly stable, pedaling at over 600 miles an hour. I'm going to put this right up. I'm just going to put, where has it gone? Customs, there we go. I'm just going to put 9s on everything. Oh God, don't break it, don't break again, don't break again. Uh-oh. Okay, let's... There's too many zeros and things that it completely breaks everything when I try to do this. Right, so let's just go for 9s. And I think this actually might be all 9s already. All 9s. And now that we're up this end already, look, it's actually, I'm not actually touching the controller. It's doing it all for me, amazingly. Let's see how quickly this breaks, though. Ooh, no, okay, that does, oh, it does use the ramp, though. This has been surprisingly stable. As soon as I figured out that I was using the bike thing in the wrong way, this thing has been really good. Right, here we go. Top speed. You cannot get any better, seems like I can't use any of Franklin's abilities or anything like that. Look at this. 200 miles an hour. Simple. 300 miles an hour. Not a problem. Like I could even steer. I don't have any issues with traction. 500. 600. And I don't know if we're going to get 1,000. I think we might, though. That speed's still going up. It's not looking like it's going to stop at any point soon. We might eventually get 1,000 miles an hour out of this. And once we get to 1,000... Okay, we're at 1,000 already. Right. I was about to say, as soon as we get to 1,000, I'm going to hit the right trigger. But I'm curious to see how fast we can just get in this run. So let's keep going until we fly off the edge. I want to see what speed we hit. And then I'm going to go back 1,500 miles an hour. That's pretty impressive. And in fact, just like that tiny amount of time just then, we flew all that way. And also I have that on very fast going back, because that was actually quite some distance. Right, I'm going to get this dead straight. And then I'm going to tap on the right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not going to work. It's going crazy. Okay. Well, that's surprising, but I want to try one more vehicle before we finish. Okay, so here it is. I was curious to see how fast we could go in the Trashmaster. And we can get, well, 335 straight away. That was actually 0 effort using the vehicle multipliers thing. Let's just go to that max speed. I'm just going to fill that with all the 9s and see how much we get with just this stock power. That's going to take us up to 800, 900, over 1,000. I've not even changed the HP or the torque, and we've managed over 1,000 miles an hour in this truck. I mean, it is absolutely pinned to the ground. This thing is going so fast. Look at how much it's dipped down. It's almost scraping the floor. But we have managed 1,200 miles an hour straight off. In fact, that was probably the easiest setup we've ever had, because I'm not using Franklin's abilities or anything like that. It's going to fly off the edge. There we go. And actually, I guess that ramp does work if you're not going obscene speed. So yeah, for those of you complaining about the ramp, it does still work. Although, at this angle, it makes this truck completely useless. Right, let's just get back to here. So, let's just go to Vehicle Customs, and I'm just going to turn this up. Nothing too crazy, but still mad. Let's go for 100. This is mad. This is absolutely mad. And I think we might even be able to break 2,000 miles an hour, maybe? Actually, it is starting to struggle at 1,700. Yeah, okay, we're not going to get to 2,000 miles an hour, but that is impressive. Although I will say I need to get this multiplier on the brakes sorted out pronto, so we can brake with this speed so we don't keep flying off the edge. And I'm going to brake. No! Oh, okay, that was actually better than I thought. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all the stats up to... Ooh, whoa! Okay, that was sort of wavy. I'm going to turn all the stats up to absolute maximum and then use Franklin's special ability to end this video. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by rating, commenting, and subscribing. In fact, if you have any more ideas of things that you would like to see me try go super fast with, let me know in the comment section below. I'm actually going to change the engine sound as well, just for funds. So let's just go to select vehicle. Let's go to muscle, because I always like going for the Frankenstanger. There we go. That sounds a bit more appropriate for a rubbish truck. Right, here we go. And I mean, it's not even going to sound like great anyway, because we're going to go into Franklin's mode. And here we go. We are already doing 500 miles an hour. And this thing is actually really unstable. If we were to jump out of Franklin's abilities right now, oh my god, it's going to fly off. It's going to fly off. Oh! Ooh. That's an interesting way to fly down. It's got some composure there. Wow. Okay, so sometimes Franklin's abilities aren't always that useful when everything's cranked up. Oh my god, this thing absolutely tears through everything. The amount of power, and also with all the traction stuff on this. In fact, maybe it's because I got the traction so high. Maybe if I just turn this traction down, we can get one more go, because that definitely made... Oh, okay, this traction is a bit more realistic now. Okay, slightly. I mean, it's still absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so let's just go ahead and repair this because we completely ripped that thing apart. And let's give this one last go. Ooh, this is going to be close. I think I'm just going to have to stop trying to steer and just let it run its course. And for now, it seems to be relatively straight. 2,000 miles an hour, not a problem. Okay, it's now starting to veer off to the left. Okay, this is not going to happen. Well, there we go, guys. That is it. This thing flew a lot more than last time. Woo, boy. And jump out. Oh, that lagged for a second.
Oh, shit.
And there we go. Exploded, but I think this might still drive. Hang on, let's just move this out and see if it moves. No, okay, it doesn't. It's dead. Well, there we go, guys. That is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to leave your comments on ideas for potential next videos for super high speed test runs. And until next time, bye bye everyone.